All right, veterans in St. Paul today voicing concerns about proposed cuts to the Department of Veterans Affairs. Now, if it goes through, about 80,000 VA employees could lose their jobs. The former Secretary of Veterans Affairs here today with an event with Senator Amy Klobuchar and Representative Kelly Morrison. Fox 9's Rob Olson was there. And Rob, this was a town hall type event where people could ask some questions. So what kinds of things and what kinds of questions do they have?
Well, concerns for, what could happen if 83,000 jobs are cut from the VA. How could it affect veterans directly? How could it affect their families? This was very much pushback from Minnesota Democrats against those planned cuts, as well as concerns about cuts to Medicaid and food assistance that could come in the budget currently being debated in Congress, which they say could add more pain.
We must do more for our veterans, and this administration right now is not doing that.
This Veterans Town Hall at the VFW in Bloomington was very much a partisan event organized by state and national Democrats, featuring former Veterans Affairs Secretary and native Minnesotan Dennis McDonough.
The promise at the heart of the Veterans Affairs Department is when you get our back, we get yours when you come home.
And it was very intentionally timed ahead of Saturday's planned military parade in D.C. to say that celebration rings hollow in light of proposed massive budget cuts to veteran health care.
The question is, how do we stop Trump from eliminating 83,000 jobs from the VA?
The questions here reflected that anxiety among some veterans who worry their health care will suffer.
If these cuts go through, it will absolutely compromise VA's ability to care for these veterans. In my view, it would be an absolute dereliction of our duty to our vets.
1 week ago on D-Day, veterans protested in Washington against federal job cuts that have already impacted vets. And news that more than 80,000 job cuts are being planned across the VA system. Also, debate continues on the big, beautiful bill in Congress that contains cuts to Medicaid, which vets also rely on. Senator Amy Klobuchar says she has Republican colleagues in Congress who are wavering.
All we need is 4 of them to stand up in the House and 4 of them to stand up in the Senate, and that's it. That budget goes down, and so that's what we're pushing for right now.
Yeah, Klobuchar saying there's about 25,000 vets in Minnesota that use Medicaid, about 12,000 that are on food assistance. So she said those are potential direct impacts depending on the way that this budget debate goes. Live in Bloomington, Rob Olson, Fox 9.
It was very